All right, folks, good evening and welcome one and all to another date on the Journalist Hangout Show. I'm Citizen Jones. Today on the program, hear this, President Joe Biden of America sends powerful delegation to Tinubu's inauguration, just as a U.S.-based Nigerian doctor asks the Supreme Court to delay his inauguration, that's Tinubu's inauguration. Now, federal government set to save 7 trillion naira as Dangote refinery petrol hits the market in July. And later on, this one, President Buhari inaugurates second Niger Bridge as the other 6 legacy projects. I'm hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju, BKO. Did I greet you?
I greet you, the citizen.
Yeah.
Like this cap.
Okay.
So you submit it to me at the end of the program.
We'll discuss it.
Submit it to me.
All right. Yinka Oyegbile is here. Yinka, I haven't seen you since this year, so Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Good.
Even though the year is almost going to halfway.
Here we go again. All right. The team is ready. I hope you are. Now let's go. You know, in less than 6 days, 16th Nigerian President and Commander-in-Chief, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will be sworn in at the Eagle Square in Abuja. And so ahead of the event, United States President Joe Biden has detailed a 9-man high-powered delegation to represent the United States. The team would be led by the Secretary of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Marcia Judge, and other high-ranking officers of the United States, including the U.S. Director of Trade and Development Agency, Enoh Ebong of Nigeria. But rather curiously, a United States-based medical doctor and presidential candidate on the platform of the African Renaissance Party, ARP, Adah Obekpa, wants the Supreme Court to delay the inauguration of Tinubu until a final resolution of his standing matter before the Apex Court. Now, many people aren't done yet with some of us. So it seems.
Yes. Yes. But it's a thing of joy that the world is celebrating with Nigeria.
Regardless.
Regardless of the saber rattling that it's all over the place. To have 24 years of uninterrupted democracy is a feat. We may not always value ourselves. You know, just like where you work. Some people may not appreciate you where you work. But the truth is, the Nigerian democracy is growing. In the past, the military will have stepped in and chased everybody away. But you can see 24 unbroken years, 24 years on the bounce. It is a tremendous achievement. And the world identifies with us. America identifies with us. America cannot wait to do business with Nigeria. Nigeria's new leaders that will take office. Yes, because this is a country with tremendous potential. It's just that we've not found the right balance, you know, the right balance of leadership and endeavor. The moment we can have consistent good leadership, maybe for a period of 15 years, 10, 15 years, the story of Nigeria will change.
Yeah.
But the world already knows the potential of Nigeria, and they don't joke with us. Look at the call that the U.S. Secretary of State made the other day, unsolicited. Wasn't Tinubu that made the call? People have been saying, Tinubu has been shopping for international recognition after a rigged election and all that. And there was the American number 4 man making an unsolicited call and saying, look,
for about 20 minutes.
Look, we are ready to work with you,
yeah,
with your country and all that. It makes me happy because look, it is not about Tinubu as a person. Bola Judge, who claimed the other day that he would leave Nigeria if Tinubu won the election, was saying in an interview, I think with Punch, that look, I will pray for him to succeed because Nigeria needs to succeed. So that is the thing. No one knows whether he still has plans to go to Ghana or whatever. I believe that for a lot of them, they had no plan to go anywhere. They said those things because they thought he would not win.
Okay.
Now that he has won, yes. Now that he has won, they are like, oh,
second base.
I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have said this, but I will use Ogboju to remain here. You know, that is the reality.
Yeah.
America values Nigeria as an African leader, a leader on the continent. And our inauguration, America is represented, well represented. You know? So, and there are other world leaders that are coming.
Yeah.
Our problems will not go away with the inauguration, but
no.
We
can chart a new
course.
It is possible.
It is possible, but Nigerians have to realize that nation building is not the job of the leaders alone. Everyone must play his part. The fellow who disobeys traffic law, who will see the red light and keep on moving, who will see the BRT lane and drive right into it and blame the search engine, all of those people, they need to tell themselves the truth. Nigeria belongs to all of us. If Nigeria fails, we all fail.
That's it.
It is not Tinubu affair alone.
Yeah.
Yes, Tinubu will do his own and go. Buhari has done his own. He is already quarter to go.
They say, soldier come, soldier go.
That's the way it is. Yes, the rest of us remain.
Yeah. Inka, you know, just before we came on, I talked about a Yoruba proverb I ran into.
Yes.
They say, if the hen not die, no means say make we throw away the eggs.
At all. It's just like saying you don't throw away the baby with the bath water. But you see, in all this, I must say that I, as an individual, I still remain unchanged. I'm not excited by the American delegation. Not because I don't like America. I love America. I've visited America several times, and I love their country. But the question is, why must we always wait or feel happy when we have foreign endorsement? Let's think about it. If the American government has said something contrary, will the party have been happy about it? Will they crow about it? No. So we must, as individuals and as people, come to the reality that we don't need any foreign endorsement. Whether America says they are sending delegation or not, we have had our election. It is good if they say yes.
We're a sovereign nation.
Exactly. So why must we celebrate that America said that they are sending 10-man delegation or 20-man delegation? For what? If we have an election and we have agreed, or the INEC has ruled that the election, this is the winner, must the winner seek the endorsement of foreign power? Because if, as Blinken called the other day, the opposition, the LP and the PDP that were saying they were not happy, they will have gone everywhere to celebrate that we told you. But now, this one again, we have this, we are all celebrating that America has said, yeah, it is good. But we should not set stock by their endorsement, because whatever any country does in the world, they think first of their own interest.
Yeah.
So we should also think, it was a standstill traffic. I went down from my car, picked the can, and I had knocked. Went down. The man didn't answer. The driver too. So I went to the wiper, and I
hung the thing there.
Exactly. The driver came down and was raking. But I guess the man knew that what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
He now beckoned on his driver that he should pick it and put it inside. And I said, look, these are the same people. That time I was driving a car that had no aircon. But the truth of it is that you will see, if it were to be a downfall driver, you will say, no, he's part of them. But somebody being driven, a big man.
Yeah.
So when we sit down in our home and say Nigeria is failing, America is succeeding because every citizen does what he's supposed to do.
That's it.
The offender.
Exactly.
Yeah, does not. But
Him because he's a victim of injustice. But an election conducted since 2011, that's more than 10 years ago. You want your matter resolved while doesn't get resolved in a year, the inauguration should wait.
And by the way, how many elections between then and now?
That's the point I'm making. I'm talking about 12 years ago. 12 years ago.
It's a farcical comedy.
Buhari came into power 2015.
Yeah.
He has spent 8 years now.
Years.
He's on his way back to Daura. Now, it is wrong to not put people's pictures on ballot materials and all that. I sympathize with him. But he cannot put our inauguration in abeyance. Nobody will allow that to happen. And all of the people hitting their heads against the wall, struggling to have that inauguration stopped because the person who emerged as winner is somebody that they hate. It's not just a question of, it's not my choice. There is deep-seated hatred for the individual. Because the extent to which some people are going, you can only see hatred. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, you can't put our inauguration in abeyance because it will cause a real constitutional crisis. Buhari is not permitted to spend 1 day more in office.
Yeah.
He has to go back to Daura, from Daura back to his Haliru Dantoro residence in Kaduna. That is the plan. He said he will first go there, then return to Kaduna home. He has done his best. He's on his way out. No one will be able to keep the president in office longer than permitted by the law. No matter how they feel. They can go to all the courts in the country. No one will be able to stop the inauguration from happening, except God. Except God. Because it's God,
He has an attorney.
Your reliefs to be passed to the lower courts, and then
You start from there.
you can't go straight to the
Direct.
We've seen some odd things happening by lawyers who ought to know the law. It shouldn't even be we ordinary
Not even
people.
a year 1 or year 2 student of law.
You can't go straight, you can't approach the Supreme Court right, because Supreme Court will simply dismiss your matter on the matter of jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You can't just approach the Supreme Court direct. Makes no sense. And people who are taking pre-election matters before tribunals, I pity them. Because the outcome is very predictable. The law is the law.
It's in the nature of the African or Nigerian, you know. If you lose an election, you must not let go.
Unfortunately, that is the way some of our politicians are wired. You know, the thing that surprises me is this. When you say that inauguration should not hold until matters in court are determined,
Yeah.
what precedent are we going to cite? In 1999, APP and AD, which used Falaye as their presidential candidate against Obasanjo, they went to court. The judgment was not given, if I'm not mistaken, some 6 months or almost 1 year after the inauguration of President Obasanjo. In 2003, the same thing happened. Obasanjo was sworn in, I think it was Yaradua, Buhari went to court before the case was decided. In 2007, Yaradua was sworn in.
The case was decided in 2006.
2006.
I was in the Supreme Court.
So that's 3 years down the line.
Yes.
2007, the same thing with the late Yaradua. So why will 2023 be different? What will be the reason the court will cite to say that, okay, don't inaugurate the president and the president-elect until we finish the matter? Then, between their time and when they will decide, who will be the president? I mean,
some of them have suggested that Buhari should remain in office.
The same Buhari
they don't like. Oh.
Look,
the same Buhari they claim has been cloned.
I just think that when people have lost,
that's why I said there's so much hatred about this.
Exactly. They should just go home and begin to prepare for 2027. Simple. Or wait for the final judgment after May 29 or whichever.
Little one that Judy, we said the other day, quoted Otto von Bismarck. He said, politics is not an exact science.
Of course.
Of course it's not. It's not. In politics, you can't say 2 plus 2.
No.
Yeah.
Equals 4.
They say not 22.
Of course.
But it's logical.
Yeah.
So what you expect to happen, even by convention, may not happen in politics. That's why political punditry is a very, very difficult game.
Very.
Because you never can tell what will happen next.
You can
There
say
are times when
something else.
you know the Americans, when Donald Trump won in 2016, when he won the election, American political prophets,
they were stunned.
political pundits,
They were stunned.
and the big-time journalists in their country,
They were stunned.
they came together and they were asking,
What happened?
how come we didn't see this coming? Yes, I was watching Farid Zakaria. How come we didn't see this? We all got it wrong. Nobody gave Trump a chance.
They are human.
They never gave Trump a chance.
In fact, all the pollsters didn't give him a chance at all.
So that's politics for you. And political punditry, political predictions are not exact science.
No,
they're not.
Because we were told by some pollsters that Peter Obi would defeat Kwankwaso in Kano. Yes, I still have those reports by those pollsters. You know, they said he would defeat Kwankwaso in Kano, and we were analyzing and we were laughing. How can people sit in the U.S.
or wherever
and predict that Peter Obi would defeat Kwankwaso in Kano?
Yeah.
By the lingo of the street in Nigeria, they will ask the question, are you whining me? If you said that,
exactly.
by current lingo on the street in our
country, you whining me?
Maybe you are not on the street anymore. They will ask the question, are you whining me? So whine me.
Yeah.
You know? So how can you make that kind of...
simply, so many folks are not yet done with us. But
clearly,
we must move on.
We must move on. The train has left the station.
We must bear in mind that they are there and they won't leave us alone.
They are doing their jobs. Anyway.
Their job, what they want to do is see Nigeria fall. And true patriots must tell themselves that, look, this is a battle that we must fight.
After all, as we agreed
at least those of us who have not given up on our country. There are many people who have given up on our country.
Inca, we agreed the other day there was a country here.
Oh,